Greetings, planty people, and welcome back to my jungle. So now as spring is approaching, some of my plants are in desperate need of a repot, and I've also got maybe a few little propagations I need to sort out. We will see. So let's get started. Okay, so I've got my piano stool ready. Please do excuse all the wires there. I'm in the middle of sorting them out and untangling them, and as you know, that is a task. So let's grab our magical potting mat. Fabulous. Okay, what shall we start with first? Should we start with a disappointing one? So a while ago I ordered a little baby Philodendron Mamei. It's not happy, is it? It felt a bit damp when I got it, so I have a feeling maybe it was root rot. So I let it dry out completely. It's gone a bit floppy. I just wanted to inspect all the roots. They don't look too bad. I think there is a little bit of rot. Yeah, definitely a little bit of rot. So I'm gonna take some of those bits off. But there are still some healthy roots there, so I'm not too worried. Take you off, boy. And it's got a little shoot there, so fingers crossed it'll all be okay. I'm debating whether to put it in moss or just chunky soil, and I think I'm just gonna risk it and go for the soil. So this is just a chunky aroid mix, so it's got the soil, it's got the perlite, a leca ball, just the one, some bark, and some, I think, fertiliser, worm castings, so fingers crossed. I'm gonna put it in the same thing, but put less soil in there, I think, because the more soil you have, the more moisture there'll be, and I don't want it to rot. If you guys are interested in terrariums, I've recently really gotten into them. I ordered a bug box off Amazon, and I ordered some little isopods and springtails to go in it. I do have a full video on my Instagram and TikTok if you want to check it out, but I'll put a little clip here. So the little dairy cows, and they're so cute. Never thought I'd become a crustacean person, but here we are. I've only filled it a little bit just where the roots are because I don't want it to rot anymore. And then I've got some fertiliser water here. Oh, I missed. And then I'll let that do its little thing, soak up all that goodness. Okay, so you may have seen, I keep knocking the potting mat. You may have seen that I did get a Buono, Philodendron, and the soil it came in is a tad hydrophobic, so I'm gonna try and repot it into some better soil. Carefully, easy does it. Actually, the roots are popping out the bottom, so it probably needs a repot anyway. Oh, look at that. Look at that. So it's good quality soil, but you know, and it just needs a bit of a stab and a bit of a mix. Oh, what a beautiful plant. This is one of those plants that I got on a whim and I've just fallen in love with it. I may need to grab a bigger pot. I'll be back. So I've got a selection of kind of small pots. I don't want to go too big. Just big enough where it has more room. I think that should be okay. In you go. So I'm just going to grab the Soil Ninja base mix. This bag has lasted me, honestly, such a long time. It's nice and chunky. I usually fill about 1 centimetre, just so the roots aren't touching the bottom and want to squeeze out. Ooh, I've got a favour for you guys. So, if you've got any really obscure philodendron that aren't going to break the bank and you've got some good recommendations, let me know, because I'm trying to look for some more different ones that are maybe a bit underrated. A bit like the Grandipes, that one. Not a lot of people have heard of, but it's not that expensive. So yeah, let me know in the comments and I will have a chat with you. Ta-da! That's much better. So make sure to push it down nicely, give it a water. And there we go. Next on the agenda are 2 very poorly looking Alocasia dragon scale. And I got these as a rescue mission for a reduced price. So let's have a look at the roots, apparently. Well, that came out a bit too easy, so let's have an inspection. Oh, that's not doing well, is it? Alocasia roots love to just coil round. So sometimes it's a bit awkward. Sometimes you just gotta... Okay, maybe the soil that it was in was a bit too rich, maybe. Is there any rot? Okay, there's no rot, but I feel like it wasn't far off. So I reckon this has a chance to be redeemed, but it does have that sour smell. If you've got a rotting Alocasia, you know what I mean. It's rancid. I think I'm gonna put it in the same pot because I know that from experience, especially baby Alocasia, they like to be squeezed in a pot. Like I said earlier, the more soil, the more moisture, and it has a bigger chance of rotting. Just gonna push you in, do the next one. So still nice and healthy roots, so that's a good sign. Sometimes it's worth getting a cheaper plant and just giving it a good old rescue mission. And also I think it's quite therapeutic. A few of the roots came off, maybe that's a rot, I don't know. Yeah, she's doing okay. I'm gonna put it back in the same chunky mix and give it a good old water. Thank you for such a good response on my cacti and succulent video. I know a lot of people had suggested it and requested when I asked if you wanted to see it, but I wasn't sure because I know that cacti and succulent collectors are a little bit rare to find, if that makes sense. So I'm glad you all enjoyed it. I know it was a bit of an awkward spot because it's downstairs and the lighting's a bit... And my friend Sophie on here, Build Your Jungle, they sent me as a very belated birthday present because I've been busy, which is fine, a rat-tail cactus, and I wanted to do a backflip when it arrived. I was like, So thank you so much, I love you. And there we have it, two poorly looking Alocasia that have a chance. They have a chance. Give them water. Fabulous. Now for the big Alocasia. Oh. As you can tell, this is another rescue mission from the same place. And I thought, you know what? Even if this doesn't survive, there'll probably be corms in here. Fingers crossed. So that one's obviously rotted off. Let's have a look. So you know the drill. Give it a good squeeze. Give it a shake. Corm number 1. Corm number 2. Corm number 3. Oh, that's a separate leaf. Maybe I can grow that one. I'll put that there to experiment with. Aha, I found a little bit of rot. And that is why this one isn't doing the best. Alocasia rot just does something negatively to me. It makes me feel violently ill. Any more corms for Jules? Any more corms for me? No? That's okay. I'll let you off. Right, I'm going to take that leaf off because there's rot underneath it. Apart from that, the roots are looking pretty amazing. I always think the roots on an Alocasia look like a bit of a jellyfish. I think the pot size is actually okay, so I'm not going to change that. I think I'm just going to repot it and add a bit of leca. Oh, there you go. There's some rot that just came off. I'm going to repot it into the same soil, but I'm going to add some leca and mix a little bit of bark in it, I think, because it's okay. Could be better. And then we just put you back in. So, like last time, put some at the bottom, give it a twizzle, and then fill her up. So let me know if you guys have any other ideas of videos you want to see, just in case I can't think of something that you want. I am going to try and vlog the plant swap that I'm going to soon. I've never vlogged before, so I'm a tad nervy. Not sure how that'll go. If it doesn't work out, it might have to be a reel or a TikTok. So make sure it's nice and secure. There you go. That's actually quite a healthy leaf. So let's hope she survives. Whee! Will you fit in there? No, you won't. Right, I'm going to put you over there because you're a bit in the way. As for this little tiny baby one that came with it, I'm going to just put it in a tiny baby little pot. So I've got a selection of plants that need help there. And now I think it's time for propagations. So I just watched Sophie's video of all their struggling houseplants, and we did a swap a while ago. It's on my channel somewhere. And some of them didn't survive, some of them did. But one that I wasn't sure, that I just kind of left alone, is this gorgeous Syngonium T24. I'm really bad at remembering numbers, but it's a T something. And I was not expecting it to do anything because it started to rot. So I took it out, let it dry out, put it back in some clean water. Here we are. So this is your sign to just let them dry out if they start to rot. I know this root isn't massive, but I'm kind of desperate to pot it because I'm scared of it rotting again, if that makes any sense. So if this goes tits up, oops. So it's going to have to go a little bit on the side. Hold on, let me move these out of the way so you can actually see. The root's quite stiff, so it's going to have to sit a bit like this on the side because I don't want to snap it. There you go, that was quick and easy, wasn't it? And because it's been in water, you're going to want to give it a big drink. I know the leaf here isn't doing it justice, but if you Google what they look like, stunning. So I've just checked my Philodendron Painted Lady and it's just not ready yet, so I'm not going to risk that because that one is my beloved. So yes, I think that's it for now. I'll probably have some more things to repot soon as my plants are starting to kind of pop out leaves again, so that's a good sign. So I'll leave all my social medias down below as usual. Let me know your Philodendron recommendations and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.